CreeprPlays, and I'm here with Everson. Say hi, Everson.
Hello.
Hello, and we're here with Here Comes Niko. Now, I believe there was a bit more going on for the skin that we're going to use for this game.
Yes, there was, and the LGBTQ plus skin is the winner.
Hell yeah. Alright, here we go. Gotta show that pride. Awesome. Okay, well, this is Here Comes Niko. It's a 3D puzzle platforming game. And it was made by Frog Vibes and published by Games for Breakfast. You know me from Ahead in Time. And, well, we're going to collect a whole bunch of coins. So we're going to start the timer as soon as I hit this button here. And I'm waiting for countdown, so I'll give Gambit the honors.
Sure, let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And here we go. Alright. Everson, take it away.
Alright, so like Creeper was saying, this is Here Comes Niko. It's a puzzle platforming game developed by Frog Vibes. In this game, we're going to be going around collecting a bunch of coins, which you'll see here in a moment. These coins act like stars in Mario. What you do is you collect a bunch of them in a world, and they let you move on to the next world. You'll see kind of how we get these coins here in a moment. But essentially, we're just going to be going around doing favors for people. And yeah, and they'll give us a coin in return.
Yep. So the first quest that we're going to do is a bit of a tutorial quest. We just have to bring lunch to Salmon Frog on top of this construction building. And that's it.
And something I always find interesting to mention is in this game, unlike normally in speedruns where holding forward is ideal, holding forward actually loses you time. You don't go as far in your dives if you hold any directions. So we typically tend to just hold neutral.
Yep. Alright, so between each of these levels, there's going to be like this little train section. This one is a bit special because it has a title card. We're going to have a lot of phone calls in this game, and it's basically a bit of backstory of what's going on in the game. Like where Niko came from and why they're here and etc. But that's not really what the story is about. The story is more about how Niko becomes a professional friend. So we're just gonna mostly skip over these dialogues. We don't really care. And the first thing we're gonna do, we arrived at our actual first level, which is Hairball City. If it loads.
And you'll see right off the bat once we enter Hairball City, Creeper will start collecting some a cassette here. We'll explain those in a little bit. But we're gonna jump right into the first reoccurring coin, which is the volleys.
So volleyball is completely random how they throw the ball, and it's oh boy, he's not giving me good balls. Okay, well that's unfortunate. So that's Travis. We did the volley game. I am not having a good time today. Okay, it's fine. Essentially, after we beat his volley game, he's so amazed that he gives us a coin. And we're going to collect some of these butterflies and tapes as we go. And the next quest that we're going to do is going to be Little Gabby. We'll explain what the butterflies do a bit, by the way. So Little Gabby, this quest, we basically have to pot some plants. Let me get these butterflies.
Yeah, and you'll see with the seeds that we'll collect here, there's signs behind them. They show how the seeds grow. And,
normally I grab them the first try.
Yeah, it's just kind of a little puzzle to get the seeds all planted.
There's actually two solutions to that one. And that's Gabby. Alright. So we're going to be really fast in this run, by the way. We're trying to explain everything as we go. Sometimes that just doesn't work out. So let me grab some more butterflies. Oh, we're looking good on butterflies today. So butterflies are completely random, and they're really annoying. Speaking of quests, by the way, this is Gunther. He's a level-specific quest. He only appears in this level. And basically, he's very socially anxious, really shy. And once we talk to him, we give him a real confidence boost, and he thanks us for it, and he gives us a coin.
And to kind of touch on butterflies here while we have the moment, In each level, there's a different type of bug, and after you collect 30 of them, you will be able to trade them to another NPC named Blesley, and she will give you a coin for them. You'll see her show up at the bottom of the screen here in a moment once we've collected 30. And there she is.
Alright. Gamer lighthouse time. We just go up the lighthouse really fast, except that I didn't.
And
It's fine. We're just gonna do the intended way, I guess.
yeah.
It's fine. Sometimes it just goes wrong.
And we're gonna run over to Fisher over here.
Yes. We did another quest up there. We're gonna explain it in the next level because he's basically in every level. That was Dustin's quest. Alright, Fisher's quest. So Fisher, he lost his hook, even though it's clearly on his hat. And we are gonna be his hook for him today. So we have to catch 5 fish. That's 2 already. And he has like a little blurb every time you catch a fish. There's actually a clownfish in here as well that we're gonna grab last. And he has like a really funny line about, oh, isn't this copyrighted? Should we talk about this at all? I thought that was funny. It doesn't translate that well in Japanese. I have to say, because I can't read the characters.
And you'll see these fish. They have different hitboxes depending on the fish. So some of them, like there's one in the next town that we're not gonna do that has a very small hitbox, and these ones were just completely missing. So it's kind of awkward to gauge the distance with them, where they're not showing exactly where they are.
Yeah, there's one. So that happened. Okay, well, let's just leave the level.
There's the coin.
Yeah, let's just leave the level. But before we do that, we're gonna play another game of volley. No, I'm kidding. We'll do that 2 more times later in the run. Let's actually go to the next level. And this time, instead of a voicemail, we're gonna get a call from an actual person. I know, amazing. It's Sarah. So I actually have to input here. Normally we can just hold down, it will auto-match for us, but not with Sarah. Okay. So Everson, I'm gonna collect another tape. Would you be so kind to explain what these are?
Yeah. So the cassettes here, there are 2 NPCs that they will trade you 5 cassettes for a coin. You'll find one of each at each level, but they only appear after the next level. There's 10 cassettes in each world, except for Salmon Creek has 11 and Bathhouse has 9. So we're going to be collecting a few of those to get the coins from them.
Yep. I'm also talking to a mythical dragon creature because why not? Basically, there's a level-specific quest. The turbine isn't turning, and the wind dragon makes it turn again. And they're so amazed with my efforts of doing absolutely nothing that they'll give me a coin for it. And speaking of getting coins, it's another game of volley. So this is air volley. We're just gonna cheat by jumping over the net, because that's how I play volley usually. Hitting it before she can throw it the other way. We'll do one more. And thank you, Trixie. It's another coin. Gonna do another little Gabby quest, so that will be pretty straightforward. But there is a big skip coming up for this level, and I want Everson to explain it, as he found it actually, so it's gonna be very cool.
So coming up is the windmill skip. You can see the turbine in the center of the map. There's a locked box down at the bottom of it that typically you'd have to get a key and run into, and it would unlock a ladder to get to the top. However, you can not get the key, and you can just do a series of wall jumps, followed by a kind of precise jump at the top in order to make your way around the barrier, allowing yourself to get to the coin.
Yep, so that's what we're gonna do now. Normally we start out running this game, me doing this trick, you usually count to 18, but I'm such a gamer that I'm gonna miss it and then try again. Or, if practice pays off, I do it first try. Let's go! Alright. Hi, Dustin. So Dustin is a very funny character. He's basically saying, hey, I want to be better than everyone else. I'm gonna go to places people can't reach. And then we reached him. He's like, how did you do this? You're my rival now, but have a coin as well.
And that was the coin on the lighthouse in the last level as well.
Yes. And he's gonna be in every other level that we're gonna do. So if you like Dustin, well, you're gonna get your fair share. It's such an easy coin.
Almost every level, aside from pool.
Because he isn't in pool. That's fine. All right. That was Turbo Time. That actually went pretty great. Okay, so another voicemail. This time it's from our dad. All right, cool. Goodbye, Dad. All right, so Salmon Creek. Biggest level in the game. We need 10 coins. And we are just going to be here for like a minute and then we'll leave. Edison will explain why. If he's here. Edison.
Oh, sorry, I'm back.
Okay. Alright. Well, okay, so in Salmon Creek, we're going to do a short visit. We're just going to collab 4 things. I already got 2 of them. There's one of them was a key, and the other one was a contact list. It basically unlocks quests in another level, so that's why this is going to be a short visit. We're going to go back to the other 2 levels to do quick quests for some coins. And then once we come back, we'll do an actual Salmon Creek level run. And we'll actually do the quests in this level, but we'll have to do significantly less because we have more coins. Because we are going to do some other quests. And I unfortunately got the bonk because of the loading, which is sad, but it's fine. Alright, over to Evil Floaty. Ugh, not in its train, Jesus. And we're going back to Hairball. So, in Hairball, the first thing we're going to do is an arcade level. Arcade levels are kind of self-contained levels where you just have to do 1 of 2 quests. It's either collect 5 dog bones or collect a coin. I think I'm getting a call from now. I have to hang up.
And you'll see Creeper collected the paint can here before running in. That's for a quest outside of the arcade.
Yep.
And for some reason it lets you bring the paint can into the arcade with you, so it's a little bit faster to do it that way.
Alright, let me try to mute my phone so I can just miss calls. Oh no. Oh. This is not... I told them I was doing it wrong. This is fantastic. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. This is Mitch. This is where we gonna hand in some of those tapes we've been collecting. Oh, and he wants to talk again. So we have to hand in like 5 tapes for each of these NPCs. There's another one who's definitely the best character in the game. And they'll give us a coin. We're going to collect a total of 25 tapes overall. So we'll see him a couple more times. But first, let's go to Turbine. We're going to do another arcade level with dog bones. But the twist here is that there's umbrellas. And
Yep.
that's the level. So that's already 2.
Umbrellas with some great hitboxes sometimes. Like running through the center of them.
And not hitting the umbrella. Oh my goodness. Alright, cool. Awesome. This is fantastic. This is perfect, actually. For all the wrong reasons. That's fine.
So now we're gonna go back to Salmon Creek here and do a proper run of the level.
Yes, Salmon Creek has gone under so many changes in how to run this because it's such a big level. We actually used to go to the right, but now we're going to the left. Everson set up like the original route, so he probably has more info on exactly how the route evolves from that point forward.
Yeah, it was we kind of went to the right, and then eventually I think we went to the center, and then it started going to the left. And
Yep. And essentially for this level, we used to do the level-specific quest. But we don't anymore because it is slow. Speaking of slow, let's hope our tree gives us what we want. So this is the fake Deku tree. And he should give us a coin, and he decided not to. Alright, cool. It's completely
the game
RNG
isn't
when they give
programmed.
it, so...
Yeah, it's not supposed to be RNG, but it
It
was accidentally set to be RNG.
Yeah, we bonked our head so hard into it that the game decided to give us a coin anyway. Sometimes. Alright, another arcade. So there's actually 2 routes for the arcade. The fastest route possible, and my route. And I'm stubborn, so I'm going to keep using my route.
And you should really learn the...
I really should learn the faster route, but you know... consistency. Alright. Alright, let's go. Grab another tape. Oh boy. Alright, Mitch. Oh, okay,
Oh.
flat. Okay. No, there was something wrong with that angle, so I had to take the time there. Okay. Mitch again, this time you can actually see his dance. He's fantastic. We love Mitch. But the thing is, Maya is way better, and we're gonna meet her in a second. Or in the next
It'll be a
level, I
very
guess.
long second.
It's a very long second.
It will be in a
depends on how long you count the second, honestly. Another Dustin quest, and then we just have some vandalism and some cassette collecting. So we have like 40 to 30 seconds for donations. If you have any.
I do not have any new donations right now. Just a reminder for everybody, you can hit exclamation point donate in chat to bring up the donation link, and there are plenty of bid wars coming up after this run that's still available. So take a look, put your donations in.
Alright. Alright, another tape. Man, I usually I'm not used to having this much time to commentate. Alright, so recently, Niko, we have found a way to get skins in game. This is one of them, the LGBTQ skin. I made it myself, and that's all the commentary I will give at that point. It's very exciting to run Niko right now because there's so much stuff going on with the skins. Really personalizes your run. And now we're off to public pool. And the whole thing about public pool is that there has been a murder. That's right. And we are going to solve it. Oh, after I bonk into everything. Don't worry about it. It's part of the
Also see
manipulation, I guess.
We'll see a little cameo from
Yeah, we're
unknown
gonna meet
character
a person here. So look, everyone say hi there. It's Hat Kit. We love Hat Kit. Again, this game was published by Games for Breakfast, so that's why Hat Kit's in here. Alright. Usually we don't go this route, but for the marathon, I thought it would be nice to show her off. Boop. Cool. So we're just gonna collect a bunch more tapes. We're gonna do a really swag pool jump here. Watch this, watch this. Dunked. Okay, and after that we're gonna meet the best character in game.
I hope everybody is still counting that 1 second.
Yeah, we're still at the 1 second, don't worry. We're getting there. And 1. See? It's Mai. We love Mai. Look at her. I love her. Alright, cool.
Yeah, so that was the other character that would do that does the cassette
Yep.
coins.
We have 10 more cassettes to go. But I'm not keeping count. Probably should, huh? Alright, so this is the other arcade that we talked about. You just have to get to the end of the level to get the coin, and there's just this water that keeps pushing us back, and that's the whole arcade. And speaking of arcades, let's do another one, but first let's solve a murder mystery, and we solved it. Cool. Let's do this arcade. Boop, boop. Normally we have more time for donations, but yeah.
I know, fine. I don't have anything in right now, so go for it.
Alright, yeah, no, this is the greatest arcade, and the thing that we're trying to get rid of. It is just 40 seconds of banging our head into a box.
Yep.
And that's about it.
If it was one box, I would have been fine with it, but it's like a lot of boxes. Don't mind the dog, he's fine.
There is also a trick you can do with the boxes that is inconsistent, but you can make it so you don't have the stagger animation.
Yeah.
So it can go a lot faster, but setting it up is awkward because you have to hit the ground as you hit the box.
Yeah, basically, you have to slide into it, and Niko doesn't do their stagger anim, essentially, which is dumb. But it's a trick that sometimes works for me. Alright, let's go back. We did public pool. Very fun level. Bit long. Let's go to bathrooms now. So we have another train cutscene. It's basically Niko having an existential crisis. He's they're worried they're not going to be a great professional friend and everything. But that's fine. Niko will be a great professional friend. They look lovely. Just gonna get another phone call from Sarah to cheer us up. And okay. So there's new tech that we're gonna do here, and I'm probably gonna screw it up, but that's fine. It's basically a whiteboard jump that I normally don't do. But it's faster, so why not? That didn't turn out bad. Cool, stuck the landing. Alright, so we're gonna actually wrap up the game from here, to be honest. Because the next level, we're just gonna do a major skip called Applesauce, which just skips everything that we have to do. So this level is really the only level we're gonna actually do stuff in. So first we have to unlock that little break room, so we can unlock this quest, the Lewis and Sertial quest. Lewis is lost, and we have to bring him back to his husband, Sertial. And that's the whole quest. But the thing is, the twist is that I can only jump or dive once.
Yeah. And then we get to do one of the tricks that's changed, probably the most out of changing tricks.
Yep.
So we're doing groundhog variation.
Because I am scared of Dust Hog. I'm already doing this. Fantastic. Cool. And here's Dustin for the last time.
Yeah. So groundhog is like a essentially a coyote jump off of the pillar there. The Dust Hog variation that Creeper was mentioning, you do a coyote jump after an awkward turn. Yeah. And then that lets you climb up onto the roof. Mm-hmm. And the other variation is long volley skip, where we use an air vent, and that was the original version.
Yep. And people were so fed up with it that they found Dust Hog instead. And I was fed up with Dust Hog, so I found Groundhog. It's an endless cycle of people being mad at tricks. Speaking of which, I'm mad that was the last time I'm going to see Midas run. Here's Mitch. Hi Mitch. We love Mitch. But we love mine more.
So now kind of going towards HQ, I'll kind of explain the trick coming up here. So coming up is Applesauce. It is to give a little bit of context actually here, the devs, when they were making a barrier leading up to Pepper, they had thought to themselves, like, good luck getting past this one, speedrunners. And then, of course, about a day after it came out, we had Applesauce, which gets past the barrier. Mm-hmm. It is a wall climb. Yeah. It's a trick that abuses how the wall sliding works. Normally the barrier will push you down, but the sliding from the wall slide cancels that and just goes up anyways. So you can do a slide to get up onto a ledge, and then you can do another slide and then a dive to get onto a pillar here, or a support beam. And then you can do a dive onto the edge of a building, and that lets you climb up.
Okay, so I kind of made it look easy. That was actually one of the fastest applesauces I've done so far, and that's saying a lot. Wow. That actually might have golded. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so the whole goal is that we have an interview with Pepper. Normally it requires 15 points to get up here, and we abuse applesaucing, essentially. So we skip 15 coins, and after you did the interview with Pepper, it will always throw you back to the last level, home. And instead of a phone call, it's our dad in real life. Whoa. He says a lot of stuff. It's in Japanese, so I don't know what he says. But I do know that he gets off the train. You can see him in the background here. Hi, Dad. Bye, Dad. And then we have another little blurb from Niko. And then after this, we have to bolt it to the door. And once we're through the door and the end is visible on screen, the timer stops. So that will be in like 12 seconds or so. Make it 10. I'm going for it. Okay, 12. And that's it. Here comes Niko.
Right.
That was a run.
Geez.
All right. What was the RTA on that one?
We're showing 23:42.
Oh. Oh. Oh no. That was. I don't have a time. I think I actually just PB'd. Oh.
I don't.
Yeah, I did, because I have 24 and 21s because of the mod loader. Well, that's fantastic. Awesome. Didn't record it, but that's cool.
I mean, it is recorded though, but okay.
We don't have an in-game timer for this, unfortunately.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's fair actually. Yeah. All right.
Well,
Never mind.
Shout
Oh,
outs.
unofficial marathon PB. We'll take it.
We'll take
Yeah,
it. We'll
alright.
take it.
There we go.
Yeah. So shout outs to Midwest Speedfest for hosting us. Shout outs to the Hiccups Niko Discord. I recommend that you really join and start running this game. Super easy. Anyone can learn it. It's very beginner friendly. And well, shout outs to Ebison for commentating. Do you have a channel where we can watch you, Ebison?
Technically I do. Ebis Unlucky. I'm typically on your channel though.
True, which is CreeprPlays.
Yeah, no, if anybody's interested in getting into running the game, like Creeper was saying, Discord's a great place to join. You can find it on speedrun.com for Here Comes Niko. Yeah, hop in and give a message. We're currently in the midst of making a guide. It's been delayed a little bit for the new route, but it is in progress.
Yeah, and you can always ask us questions if you want to know. So. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Well, thank you so much for this wonderful run. We're going to kick it to intermission while we get set up for our next run.